Hi guys, I'm not sure if I told you that I'm not going to be here today, but I unfortunately could not make it today, so I thought I'd make a video for you on what's going to be on the test. This way, this will help you study. You can for sure watch it now, go through it, watch it again at home, whatever it is. This way, you know exactly what's going to be on the test. The test is going to take place from Lamed Vav Amud Aleph right here through Lamed Vav Amud Beis, mainly dealing with the sugya of Shomer Shemasar Shomer. The sugya begins right over here, Shomer Shemasar Shomer, and continues all the way through Lamed Vav Amud Bet. Sorry, got to get there. Right here with the words Mehem and Li B'Shvua. So I'm going to take some time now to learn through the Gemara. I urge you, if you didn't hear it already, to take notes. If you did and you know this already, it's hopefully good chazara, good review for you. So let's begin. Itmar, Shomer Shemasar Shomer. If a Shomer Rishon gives an object to a Shomer, a different Shomer to watch, we call him Shomer Sheni. And then the object breaks in the reshut of the second Shomer. Breaks, gets lost, gets stolen, something along those lines. It's not intact. It's not there anymore. Rav Amar Patur. Rav says the Shomer Rishon is Patur. Rav Yochanan says the Shomer Rishon is Chayav. We learned the Rashi over here. Rav says Patur. When? Mikol Mashaya Niftar Im Shamra Hu Atzmo. He's Patur only from things that if it was in his possession and it broke, he would have been Patur. For example, if a Shomer Chinam is watching it and gives it to a Shomer Sachar, and it gets stolen from the Shomer Sachar, the Shomer Chinam will be Patur, because a Shomer Chinam is Patur from Geneva. Rav Yochanan says, Chayav, afilu be'onsim. Even if something out of his control happens to it in the Shomer Sheni's property, he still is Chayav no matter what. Amar Abaye, L'tame de Rav, according to the reasoning of Rav that you say Patur, Lo mebaya Shomer Chinam Shemasar Shomer Sachar. The iluye al lishmiraso. It doesn't make a difference whether Shomer Chinam gives it to Shomer Sachar, where that goes up in Shmira. Since the Shomer Sachar has more obligations, more times to be Chayav, the Shomer Chinam could pass, he watches it better. Elafilu Shomer Sachar, Shemasar Shomer Chinam, even if Shomer Sachar gives it Shomer Chinam, the Gruye Gar Lishmiras, where it goes down in Shmira, Patur. So no matter what, whether Chinam giving to Sachar or Sachar to Chinam, no matter what, Rav says Patur. My time, why is that? The Hamasar leben das, because the bottom line is he gave it to somebody who is knowledgeable, who is aware, is an adult, someone that can watch and is responsible. Good. Well, the Tamei de Rav Yochanan, and now according to Rav Yochanan, Lo mebaya Shomer Sachar Shemasar Shomer Chinam. Sorry, excuse me. The Grey Gar Lishmiraso doesn't make a difference whether Shomer Sachar gave it to Shomer Chinam when it goes down, even Lishmiraso. Elafilu Shomer Chinam Shemasar Shomer Sachar di Luye Aldi Lishmiraso Chayev. Doesn't make a difference according to Rav Yochanan whether it's going up in Shmira, a Shomer Rishon give it to Shomer Sheni where it goes better. It's a better Shomer, or worse Shomer. Either way, he's going to be Chayev. Why? The Amrle Ein Ritzoni Shehei Bigdoni Bi Yad Acher. The bottom line is he doesn't want to give it to this for a second person. He only gave it. The Baal only gave it to the first person. So if the Shomer Rishon gives it to Shomer Sheni, the Baal didn't want him to have it. Who cares whether he's responsible or not? He didn't want him to have it. Therefore, he is Chayiv. It's like the Baal said this. Ein Ritzoni Shehei Bigdoni Bi Yad Acher. Good. That is the first section in the Gemara. Now the Gemara makes a statement. Amar Rav Chizda, Hader Rav. Rav Chizda says the statement of Rav that says Patur, La befeirish itmar. This was not learned out explicitly from the Gemara. Ela miklala. Rather, it was learned out from a general statement of Rav. What was the story? Now we're going to learn the story of the Safta. Dehanu ginai, dechol yoma havu mifkadi marayu gaba dahi Safta. There's a certain gardeners that every single day they leave their shovels by an elderly woman. Yom Achad, one day, Afkadinu legabe chad minayu. One day, I guess the Safta, old lady, wasn't home, so they gave it to somebody else to watch. Shama Kala Behi Lula. This person that was watching had heard a wedding going on in town, so he left. Nafak Azal Afkedinu Legaba Dahi Safta. But the Safta was home, so he said, do me a favor, Safta. Can you please watch these shovels while I go to the wedding? Ad the Azal Asa, while he went out and gave them to the Safta to watch, Ignuv Marayu. They were stolen from the Safta. So it's the case of Shomer Shemasar Shomer. There's a Shomer Rishon, this guy who went to the wedding and gave the shovels to the Safta, and the Safta, they got stolen from her. Asa Lakame de Rav, they went before Rav, and Rav said, they asked Rav what the halacha is. Upatre. Rav says pater. So the Gemara says, Man de Chaza, one who saw that Rav said pater, Sav Mishim Shemasar Shomer's pater. You would have thought the reason why Rav said pater is because, in general, Shomer Shemasar Shomer's pater, Vilohi. This is not true. Shiny Hatam. This case is different. The case of it's an exception to the rule of Shomer Shemasar Shomer. Dechol Yoma Nami Inhu Gufayu Gabada Hi Safta Havu Mifkediluhu. Shalva, I know I read that too fast. Don't worry. Vilohi. This is not true. Why not? This case is different. Since this person who went to the wedding knows that the Safta is reliable, that they trust her, they give it to her every single day to watch, so it's not considered Shomer Shemasar Shomer. The Chol Yom Nami, every single day also, they give it to her to watch by the Safta, therefore they're pater. So really, Rav doesn't say Shomer Shemasar Shomer pater. We have a machlokes above. So according to Rav Chisda, he doesn't really say it. We're going to assume he still says pater, but have that in mind. That's part 2 of this Gemara. Part 3. Yasi Rabbi Ami v'kamar l'hashmaisa. Rabbi Ami was teaching this whole teaching to his shir. Asive Rabbi Abba Ramemel Rabbi Ami. Rabbi Abba Ramemel got up in shir and asked the following question to Rabbi Ami, quoting the Mishnah on Lamed Hamabet. If somebody rents a cow and then lends it to somebody else, and it dies natural death in the reshut of the shoel. Yishava hasocher shemesa kedarcha, the socher swears that it died in natural death. Vashoel meshalim the socher, and the shoel, the borrower, pays the socher. Good. That's the case in the Mishnah. So what's the problem with this Mishnah? The problem with this Mishnah is, why in the world is the Shomer Rishon patur? And he even makes money here. Vim ita means if we think and we follow the opinion of Rav Yochanan. The Shomer Shemasar Shomer Chayav lei malei. The Mishnah should say in return the Shomer Rishon, the Baal should say to the Shomer Rishon, I never wanted you to give it to somebody else, so you should be chayav. Amr le hacha b'mayaskina, and the Gemara says, yeah, it's a really good question. So the Gemara, we discuss this, makes an okimta, an assumption in this case. Hacha b'mayaskina b'shenasnu lo rishus bailim lahashiel, where the owner must have given permission to the shoel to borrow it, to lend it out. Sorry. Ihachi, the Gemara says, lebailim ba'ilei shlume. Shouldn't the the Shomer Sheni pay the owner? Okay, very nice, he gave him permission, but he doesn't get an Aveira, but he still should pay the owner. You're right, he should have paid the owner, but the owner told him l'datech. What does l'datech mean? We read Rashi. L'datech means kirt soncha. When the owner gave the socher, the object, he said, you could do whatever you want with it. If you want to lend it out for the time that you're renting it out, go ahead. I'm not going to be makbid on you. You want to make money off of it? Do whatever you want with it. Not a problem. That's the way Tanakama learned. That's the way we learn the Mishnah, because the question of Shomer Shemasar Shomer Chayav is a major question on this. Good. That was part 3. Remember, part 1 was Itmar. Part 2 was the story of the Safta. Part 3 was the question from Lamed Hamabet of Rabbi Abba Ramemel. Part 4. Mativ Rami Bar Chama Hamafkid Ma'os Eitzel Chavero. If you are watching your friend's money, a sack of money, and then what do you do to them? Tsarn v'shilum lachorev. You bundled it up and you slung it over your back. Or where you gave them to your kids to watch, little kids, and you didn't close the door. Chayav. You are chayav in both these cases, whether it's you slung the bag over your back and someone stole it there, or someone walked into your house and stole it. Shalosh Shomer Kederach HaShomer, because you didn't watch it the way a Shomer should watch it. That is called Pshia. Time of the Ketanim, the Gemara says now, that's only because they were little kids. The Gemara says, Aha Gedolim, but if Gedolim were watching the object, it seems like from here you'd be Pater. That sounds like a case of Shomer Shemasar Shomer. Amai, the Gemara says, why should you be Pater if you gave it to Gedolim? Name Malay, Ein Ritzoni, Shehei Biktoni, Biad Acher. You got to memorize this line. You should have just said, Ein Ritzoni, Shehei Biktoni, Biad Acher. Therefore, when the original owner, when the Shomer Rishon gives it to his kids to watch, who are Gedolim, and he shouldn't be Pater, because Ein Ritzoni, Shehei Biktoni, Biad Acher, he should be Chayav no matter what. So the Gemara says, why would the Gedolim be Pater here? What's the assumption? Why, if you give it to your older kids, you'd be Pater? Amar Rava. Rava comes up with a new concept in the Shomer Shemasar Shomer. So exciting. Let's see it. 1 second. I gotta turn the page. Amar Rava. Kol Hamafkid al das ishto uvanav hu mafkid. The lacha is that whenever somebody lends or is an owner and is mafkid something, asks somebody else to watch something, it's under the assumption there that his family and his wife are going to end up watching it as well. Meaning kids, wife, whatever it is. Amri Nahardai make the same point from this Mishnah. Daikanami dekatani. We can make a diak, an inference from this as well. Oh, because it says, it says, when you gave it to your children who are young, chayav. Which the assumption is libno bito gedolim pater. If you give it to your older children who are gedolim, you're pater. Miklal, this is under the assumption if it's somebody else's kids, it doesn't matter whether it's old or young, you're always going to be chayiv. I should have said ketanim and not your children, your young children. Shma mina. Therefore, good. This is part 5. Amarava. Rava is going back to the original reason why Rav Yochanan says chayiv. Hilchata Shomer Shemasar Shomer is chayiv. He says halacha is Shomer Shemasar Shomer is chayiv. Lo mebayit, doesn't make a difference. Same as we had earlier in the sugya. Shomer Sachar Shemasar Shomer Chinam Degregar LeShmira. So the Shomer Sachar gave it to Shomer Chinam where it goes down in Shmira. Even if it goes up in Shmira, Fil Shomer Chinam Shemasar Shomer Sachar chayiv. Why not? A different reason why. The Amar Lei. It's like the Baal said to the Shomer Rishon. If anything happens to this, I trust you and only you to make a shvua. So if you give it to somebody else to watch, they're never going to be pater. Because to make a shvua to become pater, they're never going to be pater. So that's a different reason than Abaye. Why Abaye says the reason why Rav Yochanan says chayav is because Ein Ritzoni Shebigdoni Be'acher, and Rava says the reason why chayav is because at mehem nesli b'shvua, you la mehem nesli b'shvua. Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. We will continue tomorrow.